Hello everybody, this is Paul with ScanPower, and for those of you who have used our mobile app recently, you'll have noticed lots of great updates. One of the things we've been doing for a long time is checking restricted status on items that you scan, and this helps keep you in good standing with Amazon as you sell brands that may not have just brand level restrictions, but often product line restrictions. And we've just rolled out this feature on all of our web apps that take barcodes or ASINs or whatnot as input. So in Scout and List, you can now check restricted status automatically as you list items. So this is particularly good if you do RA or if you're listing, for example, closeouts or bulk lots that have lots of mixed SKUs. Sometimes you don't know if an item is restricted beforehand, and it may be included in a lot of good stuff that you can't sort ahead of time. You just buy it in bulk. So um, the way this looks is if we scan, for example, this Under Armour product here. If you don't have the setting turned on, you'll see all the product details as you normally would. Amazon selling it, number of offers, what its FBA size is, large standard size, the department or category, ASIN, MSRP if we have it, weight, and rank. So all the normal information is there, but when you turn on the restricted settings, you go under Scout settings. We will also automatically check it to see if the item is restricted. This has a sub feature which only shows restricted status if you are restricted from selling it in new condition. So for those of you who sell only new items, this will prevent us from showing you that you can't sell it collectible or used when in fact you can sell it new. So we're going to check that as well. And then we're going to go back to Scout. We're going to pull up that same item. And you'll notice here that we get an SC login prompt. This is for you to enter your Seller Central credentials that we will use to make the restricted check status call on your behalf. And the way that you can do this to give ScanPower the least amount of Seller Central information possible is to create a sub-account or a sub-user within Seller Central and just give it inventory and add a product permissions. And so this is a sub-account. I've got my password saved. I'm going to do the Seller Central login. And since I've already gone through the process once, we'll see that yes, in fact, this item is restricted. If we click on the link, it'll take us to the page to request approval for selling this item or this brand. So we kind of give you a little bit of a speed up there. I will also demonstrate how this works when you're first logging into Seller Central. So we'll go to ScanPower Unity. We will search for the same item. Actually, we'll search for another one here. So sometimes when you enter your Seller Central credentials, Amazon asks for a CAPTCHA. So this is a somewhat convoluted set of letters that they want to have you enter to make sure you're not a robot. or a scraper, so we'll enter these all together. We don't need to include spaces. Typically, the letters are shown both in straightforward and mirror format, so it's very confusing, but if you just kind of pay attention to the top string of letters, those are the ones they're interested. So X, P, A, F2, A is the capture they've given us. And now if you have two-step verification enabled, they're going to send you a verification code which you need to enter as well. So mine is 356980. And just to be clear, none of this information is stored by ScanPower. We're simply using it once you input it to establish a session, and after that we don't save it anywhere on our servers. So for these dog waste bags, we aren't restricted from selling them, so restricted comes back no. We can then search for another item, and we'll automatically do the restricted check for you. So for this Amazon Gear Pro hat, we are restricted, and again the link is going to take you to request approval. So for those brands that you sell a lot of and you might have item level restrictions, that can be really useful. Or if you just want to apply to sell Adidas, for example, or some other restricted brand, you're able to do that from right here. So that's the new restricted setting and feature. It's also available in the list program. So if you're creating shipments and entering items as you go, same deal. If it's restricted, we'll check it for you and you'll know not to list this or add it to the shipment. So it's a very powerful feature, and it should help keep sellers out of trouble with Amazon. We hope you like it.